Hey, what's up, my people? The topic I decided tonight anyway, was the reason why I came up with this topic is because in New York City, I'm not sure if this is going on anywhere else in the United States, but in New York City, there's a lot of many debates going on about Jay-Z because of the World Series. Now, before the World Series even started, there were people who making debates like Jay-Z doesn't even, it's like a dishonor to the World Series to even have Jay-Z perform. You know, when I first heard that, I was just like, hold on, what do you mean it's a dishonor? I thought it might be some racial thing or something like that. Then I thought about it. In fact, it's even true now, even though he's already done performance, they're only talking about Jay-Z. Nobody's mentioning Alicia Keys. Apparently, Alicia Keys performing along with him is no problem. It's just Jay-Z. One mini debate was that Jay-Z didn't even deserve to be performing at the World Series. Another mini debate has been that the song that he raps on is supposed to be like what he wants to make a new New York City anthem, and apparently, Frank Sinatra has that New York, New York. He actually supposed to reference it in his rap about. I think that's going to be the new New York, New York. Then there's also a debate going on that the song is about drug dealing. But anyway, I'm just like, yo, alright, I might as well make this into a YouTube topic and let you guys, comment on it and see how you feel about it, because my personal opinion is that a lot of the stuff that you're hearing about Jay-Z is kind of a smokescreen, because I think what the real problem with a lot of people with Jay-Z is that how Jay-Z came to be Jay-Z. Jay-Z was a successful drug dealer. He became a successful rapper, and from there on he became a media mogul. Now I think there are a lot of people, whether they want to admit it or not, they're looking at Jay-Z like, yo, they don't care, how the fact that he's a media mogul, whatever, doesn't change the fact that he's a drug dealer. They still look at Jay-Z like, yo, he's a low-life drug dealer. The means don't justify the ends. Like, yeah, he's successful and all of that, but he did become being a drug dealer. And I think a lot of people, whether they won't outright say it, but I think that's the undercurrent as to why Jay-Z is like, he's catching heat. And, Alicia Keys is just like, nobody has one single problem with Alicia Keys. No one's mentioning Alicia Keys in this. And even though I'm talking about Jay-Z, that kind of goes for guys like Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, he was a gangbanger. 50 Cent, he was a drug dealer, and those guys have become successful. 50's doing vitamin water commercials. Snoop Dogg's doing commercials with Lee Iacocca to sell Chryslers. So I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out how some people feel about that, because in my personal opinion, right, a lot of people criticize the fact that Jay-Z was at the presidential inauguration. He's hanging with Oprah, Michael Jordan, and all that. And my personal position is that the reason why I think he gets a lot of that is not because of his success, but one of the reasons why he gets a lot of those doors open to him is because he's with Beyonce. Because Beyonce, her beginnings, I think she's just like a girl who her father put her up there, made it successful. I think that a lot of people want to get their hands, they want to get close to Beyonce. They want to take a picture with Beyonce. They just, and Beyonce, she represents herself well. And I think a lot of people just say, well, hey, if I got to deal with Jay-Z to get to Beyonce, then they're willing to do that. I think, in my personal opinion, that in a way, him being with her makes him look, a little bit more legitimate, makes him look a little bit more respectable. Now, I've had this debate before, and I actually had this debate with a group of people, but I guess I used to have it with the wrong group of people. They were basically like, yo, Beyonce nothing but a hoe, man, and he don't need that hoe need him, blah blah blah. So the brothers who I was having a debate with, they're basically basing ideas like, yo, she ain't nothing but some other hoe, and she ain't doing him no good. They couldn't see my point, so I decided, hey, let me bring this to YouTube and see how they feel about it, because I've noticed it, not just among whites, but among even other blacks too. It's just that, Jay-Z, no matter how much he gets up in the limelight, and I guess not just for him, but the other people, a lot of other people, they're not going to forget that your homeboy, as far as they're concerned, was just some low-life drug dealer. And they think he's a low-life drug dealer who just got lucky. And you can halfway understand how people feel, because, hey, they feel, hey, I've been done everything right in my life. I've been, going to school, working 9 to 5, so, and I'm just like one paycheck away from being homeless. Somebody lose their job, next thing you know, the very next week they can't make rent because they don't get a check. And they've been doing, being on the straight and narrow their whole life. Whereas the guys who I just mentioned, they were started off doing drug dealing, gang bagging, and, they're on top of the world. But I'm using Jay-Z because there's a lot of chatter about him because of this whole World Series thing. And on top of that, because I think he's a lot more successful than the other guys, because, like I said, he's been at the presidential inauguration, and, that's big. And, personally, I really don't think that Jay-Z all by himself would have been invited. Just him without Beyonce, I think they would have been like, yo, keep your distance from that cat. But I could be wrong. But I think without Beyonce, he wouldn't have been on the he wouldn't have been at the presidential inauguration ball. And I don't think he would have been on Oprah's show, because I think Oprah has something with Luda where Luda is not like, as far as I'm concerned, he's not like a gangster rapper, anything like that. She doesn't want Ludacris on the show, but she'll have Jay-Z on the show. And I think that basically really, without Beyonce, I very much doubt she would have Jay-Z on her show. But like I said, I've had this debate before with people, and most people feel that I'm wrong. I don't know. I want to put it out there for you other YouTubers to make a comment on it. See how you feel about it. But like I said, I want to hear what you guys got to say about it. Thanks for listening. And peace. Take care.